My name is Marin, and I'm the bridesmaid who slept with the groom last night. I'm standing at the altar in a sage green dress that cost more than my rent, holding a bouquet of peonies I can't feel in my hands, and the officiant just asked if anyone has a reason these two should not be joined. I have 14. If you're the kind of person who likes watching a wedding catch fire in real time, stick around. Hit that subscribe button, because what I'm about to tell you is the kind of story I wish somebody had warned me about 3 months ago. Let me take you back to yesterday. Jenna and I have been best friends since we were 8 years old. She was the loud one. I was the one who smelled like sugar because my mother owned a bakery, and I was basically a walking croissant for most of my childhood. Jenna used to joke that if she ever got lost in a mall, she'd just follow the scent of vanilla until she found me. She was marrying Daniel today. Daniel, who she met at her mother's charity gala 2 years ago. Daniel, who laughed at all her mother's jokes and wore the kind of watch that tells you more about his father than about him. I never liked him. I never said that out loud. A good best friend doesn't. The rehearsal dinner was at a vineyard 40 minutes outside the city. Jenna wore white, which she said was bold and her mother said was tacky. And then her mother ordered her a glass of champagne and Jenna drank it without looking at her. I noticed that. I noticed a lot of things I didn't understand yet. Halfway through dinner, Jenna's mother, Celeste, stood up and gave a toast. She talked for 11 minutes. She used the word finally 6 times. I counted, because Jenna was squeezing my hand under the table so hard my knuckles went white.
Come on, Marin, we have to go. Jenna, wait, what's happening?
After the toast, Jenna pulled me out to the garden.
Okay, I'm coming. Marin, if I asked you to drive me to the airport right now, would you do it? Jenna, are you serious?
I'm asking a hypothetical. You're getting married in 18 hours.
That's not a no. It's not a yes either. Babe, what is going on? Nothing. Nothing. I had a glass of champagne and I got dramatic. Forget it. Forget I said anything.
Jen.
Forget it, Marin. Please.
I should have driven her to the airport. That's the sentence I've been saying to myself on a loop for the last 9 hours. We went back inside. Jenna laughed at something her mother said. I watched her laugh, and her mouth was doing the thing it did in 8th grade when she was lying about her math grade. That's the detail I keep going back to. Her mouth. After dinner, we all went back to the hotel. Bride and groom in separate suites, old tradition. Bridesmaids on the 4th floor. Jenna hugged me in the elevator and said, "I'm so glad you're here. I couldn't do tomorrow without you." Which is probably the most honest thing she said all week. I just didn't know what it meant yet. I went to my room. I was exhausted. I poured a glass of wine from the complimentary bottle on the desk, a Riesling, Jenna's favorite, not mine. And I sat on the bed. And then the next thing I remember is waking up at 6 in the morning in a hotel room that wasn't mine, in a bed that wasn't mine, next to a man who was not mine. Daniel, the groom, asleep, shirt off, my dress on the floor. I don't remember going to his room. I don't remember anything after the wine. I grabbed my dress, I grabbed my shoes, I ran. I made it back to my floor before anyone saw me. I stood in my own bathroom and scrubbed my skin until it was pink. I told myself I was a monster. I told myself I'd ruined her life.
Monster.
I told myself I'd drunk too much and blacked out and done the worst thing a person can do to their best friend. I told myself all of that for about 2 hours. And then I started thinking about the timeline. Because here's the thing. I had one glass of wine, maybe a glass and a half. I weigh 140 pounds, and I grew up in a bakery family. I can hold my liquor. I have never blacked out in my life. Not once. Not in college, not at my cousin's destination wedding in Cancun. Not ever. And the wine in my room had been opened. I remember thinking that was strange when I poured it. The cork was just sitting next to the bottle, loose. I'd assumed housekeeping. Housekeeping does not pre-open wine. Somebody opened that bottle. Somebody put something in it. And somebody moved me from my room to Daniel's. And only one person in this entire hotel had a master key to the bridal party rooms. Jenna's mother. But Celeste wasn't the one I needed to talk to first.
Marin? Oh my God, I've been trying to call you. Are you okay?
Am I okay?
I woke up and you were gone and I didn't know what to... Marin, I don't remember anything, I swear to you. I had 2 beers at the rehearsal and then I woke up and you were there and I...
2 beers.
What?
You had 2 beers. I had 1 glass of wine. And somehow we both ended up in the same bed with no memory of how.
Oh my God.
Daniel, did Jenna bring you that second beer?
Yeah. She came by the suite. She said she wanted to see me before the rules kicked in. She brought me a beer and she kissed me goodnight and she left.
What time?
Around 11.
Daniel, I need you to not say anything to anyone until I come find you. Do you understand me?
Marin, what is happening?
I think we've been set up. And I think I know by who.
I went to the bridal suite at 9 in the morning. Jenna was getting her hair done. Celeste was there, directing the hairdresser like she was commanding a small army. Jenna saw me in the mirror, and her face did something. Just for a second. A flicker. It was relief. Relief that I showed up. Relief that I was still going to be her bridesmaid. Relief that whatever she had set in motion was still moving. I asked if I could borrow her phone. Mine was dead, I said. I needed to call my sister. Jenna handed it over without thinking. People hand you their phone without thinking when they trust you, or when they've gotten sloppy. The photo was in a folder marked Fender Contracts, time-stamped 2:17 in the morning. Me, in Daniel's bed, unconscious, his arm draped over me like a prop. The angle was wrong, taken from the doorway. Somebody was standing in the doorway, taking a photograph. I knew that doorway. I'd stood in it the night before.
Jenna, can I talk to you? Alone. Babe, they're about to do my veil. Now.
Marin, darling, whatever it is can wait until after the ceremony. We are on a timeline. Celeste, respectfully, get out of the room. Mom, give us a minute. Jennifer, give us a minute, Mom. Vendor contracts. That's a cute folder name. Marin, was it the wine or something else? Marin, please. How long have you been planning this, Jenna? How long have I been the plan?
She didn't answer me. She just started crying. Not the pretty kind. The kind where your whole face caves in. And then she told me. Her mother had picked Daniel. Her mother had picked the venue. Her mother had picked the dress. Her mother had spent 2 years building a wedding Jenna never actually agreed to. And Jenna had never said no out loud. Because in her family, you didn't say no out loud. You said no by making it impossible to continue. And she needed a reason. A public, devastating, unforgivable reason. She needed a scandal so big, her mother could never force her back to the altar. She needed a villain. And she picked the person she trusted most in the world to take the fall. Because she knew I'd forgive her. She knew, even as she did it, that I was the one person who would eventually understand. which is either the cruelest compliment I've ever received or the most honest one. I had a choice. I could walk out of that room and into the ceremony and let her marry him and watch her life end quietly. Or I could walk into that ceremony and tell the truth. Not her truth, mine. I picked a third option.
If anyone present knows of any reason these two should not be joined in marriage, speak now or forever hold your peace.
I have something to say.
I'm the bridesmaid who slept with the groom last night. That's the sentence everyone wants to hear, isn't it? That's the scandal. That's the story. Everyone's phones are out. Everyone's ready. But I didn't sleep with Daniel. I was drugged, moved, and photographed. And the person who did it isn't in this room as a guest. She's standing at the altar in white. Jenna didn't want this wedding. She's been trying to tell her mother that for 2 years. Nobody listened. So she built an exit. I was the exit. Jen, you don't have to marry him. You never had to. You just had to say it out loud. So I'm saying it for you. The wedding is off.
This is absurd. Jennifer, tell her.
She's right, Mom. It's off. It's been off for a year. I just didn't know how to tell you.
The ballroom cleared out in about 20 minutes. Celeste screamed at a caterer. Daniel's father wrote him a check and walked out. Daniel himself just sat down in the front pew and put his head in his hands. I think he was relieved too. I think everybody in that room except Celeste was relieved. I found Jenna in the side room behind the altar. She'd taken off her veil. Her mascara was halfway down her face.
Why did you do that for me? Because you asked me to drive you to the airport and I didn't listen.
I drugged you, Marin.
Yeah, you did. And we're going to talk about that for probably the next 10 years. You should hate me. I do, a little. And I love you. Both things. I didn't know how else to get out.
I know. That's the part that breaks my heart, Jen. That's the part that breaks my whole heart. Marin, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I know. Come on, let's get you out of that dress.
I drove her to the airport that night. She booked a one-way ticket to Lisbon with the money her mother had set aside for the honeymoon. I watched her walk through security in jeans and a hoodie that used to be mine, and she turned around once to wave, and she looked 8 years old again. We talk every week. We're in therapy, separately and sometimes together, over video. I'm not going to tell you we're fine. We're not fine. But we're something. The title of this story is a lie, by the way. I'm not the bridesmaid who slept with the groom. I'm the bridesmaid who figured out she was the alibi. Those are very different stories. One of them is a scandal. The other one is a rescue. I'll let you decide which one you just watched.